रिकॉर्डिंग शुरू हो रही है। स्क्रीन में ये जा रहे हैं। Namaskar, greetings to all. My name is S.K. Gupta. I am the chairman of Envirotech Instruments Private Limited. In this short video, I am going to apprise you of the efforts made by Envirotech in last 4 decades toward development of indigenous technology for monitoring air pollution and air quality in India. The effective thrust to these developmental efforts really started in 1981-82 period, when the Air Pollution Act was passed by the Indian Parliament. This act mandated that all industrial units must check their emissions and keep them within limits. They were asked to seek consent to operate from their state pollution control boards. This necessitated need for monitoring these emissions. And scenario in the country was that there were no instruments available anywhere in the country. At present, at that time, all the instruments were being imported into the country. And India is a large country, and it was really not possible to implement the act without the availability of instruments and with only few instruments available from the Western countries. At that time, Dr. G.D. Agarwal was member secretary of the Central Pollution Control Board, and he tried to develop these instruments or obtain these instruments from various organizations in the country. And when all his efforts failed, he decided that he will encourage private entrepreneurs to come forward and start developing these instruments, which are vital for the implementation of the Air Pollution Act. He realized that without the availability of instruments, it will be just impossible to implement the act. I was one of his students at IIT Kanpur and did my graduation from there. He also contacted me and pushed me almost literally into this activity. And I, along with 2 more colleagues from IIT Kanpur group, started a small group and took up this challenge to develop indigenous stack monitoring and stack emission monitoring system. In our effort, Dr. B. Sengupta of Central Pollution Control Board provided the able guidance, and we were able to produce India's first stack sampling system within 3 months and successfully demonstrated before all the chairmen and member secretaries of the state pollution control boards. With that development available, the instruments, due to their simple design, ease in operation and maintenance, they became extremely popular and ultimately became the backbone of emission monitoring in the country. Over next 3-4 decades, we developed various models of this equipment with different varying features to suit various environmental conditions in our country. A turning point in the development of technologies for air quality monitoring came in 1991 period, when the entire world, including US EPA and WHO, came out with the findings that the total dust which we were measuring from high volume samplers is not entering our body because it was getting arrested at the nostrils, and only the respirable portion of this dust was entering in our body. Therefore, they recommended that we should measure the respirable portion of the if we of the dust, if we really want to understand the impact of dust on human health. So there was a strong, and we all felt that there would be a strong need for a respirable dust sampling device, which would be able to measure this respirable portion of the dust present in the DSP. And Varatech again took up this challenge, and with the help of scientists and engineers from NIRI, the National Environmental Engineering Research Institute at Nagpur, which is Government of India's CSIR lab for research in the field of environmental engineering, and developed a two-stage fractionating system, which we adopted into a sampler. And this sampler became very compact and small in size and field worthy. And because of these strong features of this sampler, this became very popular. And over the next, and even today, for next 4 decades and even today, this is really the backbone of our air quality monitoring program. Our National Ambient Air Monitoring Program, initiated by Ministry of Environment Central Pollution Control Board, was greatly facilitated with the availability of these samplers, because and all the 790 stations set up by Central Pollution Control Board and many hundred monitoring stations set up by state pollution control boards, all 17 category of industries, and most of the consultants, nearly 500 in numbers across the country, started using this sampler to collect data on the respirable dust during their EIA studies. We are very happy that um, the design of this sampler was liked by several Asian and African countries, and they adopted this sampler in their monitoring programs. And this really established Indian capabilities to the Western world. At the advent of the 21st century, new findings by US EPA and WHO revealed that most of the dust from this respirable portion is also not able to reach deeper into our lungs. The bulk of this dust gets retained in the upper trachea of our body, causing and the problems and reduced lung function capacity. So they recommended to all the societies in the world that this fine fraction of the respirable dust, which is normally called PM2.5, should be measured on a regular basis. US EPA developed a very simple design, impactor-based design, and this design in the public domain and urged all the countries to adopt that design so that the monitoring across the world for PM2.5 particulate matter is done in a uniform manner. In India, Envirotech took this lead and the developed the sampler, and uh, nearly uh, 2000 more than 2500 pieces of this instrument now is in use throughout our country for monitoring PM 2.5. Further findings of US EPA and WHO established that ultra fine particulates, which is normally called PM1, penetrate deeper into our lungs. In fact, they are carried into our blood vessels. And when they are carried into our blood vessels, they also carry along with them toxic heavy metals along with them. And those toxic heavy metals get circulated into our body through that blood circulation. So they are really the most critical and harmful particulate pollutants present in our dust. So a need arose or will arise very soon that we must start measuring PM1 particulate matter in the ambient dust. IIT Kanpur, Professor Tarun Gupta a professor there, developed a very simple design and has produced a small video on this sampler, which I would like you to share. एक और एफर्ट इसे कहना चाहिए कि जो बड़ा पाथ ब्रेकिंग एफर्ट था 2016 में फिश हुआ एनवायरटेक के द्वारा। गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया ने एक प्रोग्राम लॉन्च किया, उच्चतर आविष्कार योजना, and they encouraged IITs in our country to take up frontal research for developing indigenous technologies which would be beneficial for the communities and for the country. They awarded a project to IIT Delhi, IIT Madras, and Envirotech to develop indigenous sensors for use in low-cost sensor-based systems for monitoring PM 2.5, CO, and NO2 in the ambient air. All these sensors are currently imported in the country, and they are also not very appropriate for India's tropical environmental conditions. Therefore, it was considered that if these sensors get developed within the country, then country would be able to use these sensors within India and also provide these sensors to different countries, which whosoever is developing sensor-based systems. One of the biggest advantage of sensor-based systems will be that they will be uh, able to empower communities at local level to monitor air quality themselves. If this happens in our country, this will be a revolutionary change in monitoring air quality in our country. I would like to show you a small uh, video on the prototype developed by IIT Delhi and IIT Madras, which will soon be commercialized by our company for future use in our country. A very special feature of these sensors, which are being developed by IIT Delhi and IIT Madras, is that the PM2.5 sensor is based on holographic technique. That means, besides giving the particle size and its concentration, this will also be able to show the size and shape of the particle which is getting measured. And once we know the size and shape of the particle, it will help the health professionals to really understand the impact of these particles on the human health. This would be a very path-breaking development, and it will bring in a greater understanding on understanding the impact of particulate matter on the human health. Another development which I would like to briefly inform you is about the odor measurement. In our country, there are, due to the pressures of urbanization, a lot of residences are getting closer to the industries, landfill sites, oil and gas outlets, swamps, marshy grounds, STPs, and ETPs. They bring a lot of odorous smell due to the presence of various kind of substances. Therefore, a need is there in the country to monitor these odors present in the atmosphere and take corrective actions or remedial actions so that the residences or residential communities can be protected from such hazards. Envirotech has joined hands with IIT Jodhpur and Dayalbagh Institute of Engineering and Technology, Agra, to develop this device. This device is expected to be available in the country for commercial production in early 2022. Friends, this was the small glimpse of the developmental efforts made by our company. Envirotech is doing its best to meet the country's need for monitoring, and extremely grateful for the government of India, research and academic institutions in the country, and the overwhelming support it has received from large users from the community. Conservation and upgradation of air quality is the sole mission of Envirotech, and we will continue to strive and work towards it in developing new and new technologies and producing new instrumentation in this field of air quality monitoring. Thank you, and we look forward for your support in times to come. Thank you, sir. टाइम देख लेते कितना लगा।